Okay, people, I fucked up. I don't know what the hell's happening. Oh, here it is. There we go. Yes, I did it right. Yay! Oh, man. Where did you come from? Holy shit. That's awesome. We got some belts.
Oh,
I'm
off the chip.
God, we would fuck up already, though. I'm, like, mad at how I started this. I did all this preparation and everything, and I still fucked up.
For the dude who barely watches the product, he whooped out fucking belts.
I know. I know, like, that's a lack of participation championship.
No, these are my medals when I was a fucking, like, wrestling fanatic. I already earned my work. What about y'all?
No, you know what happened, Anthony, is fucking WWE gave you those because of all the red you use in your room to, like, fucking suck on that WWE Raw teat, okay? That's what happened, man.
What the fuck
What was that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the bell spins. Damn.
Alright, Anthony, for real though, is that like that Toys R Us Target shit right there?
No, it's real belt.
No, that's a replica. That shit's awesome, dude. Okay, why does it sound like a fucking... Jesus.
It sounded like you're fucking revving a lawnmower or something.
I know, man. Like, you need some more gasoline, bro. Put some fucking motor oil in that motherfucker.
I didn't know the spinner made that sound.
I know. Like, is that what happens when John Cena does it? He just has a microphone that's too far away from him. God damn.
Shit.
Jesus, man.
Let me put my prized possessions away.
Oh, man. How you doing, man? You're trying to win the 16 championship, Ric Flair fucking bullshit?
Win them all, man. I'm going to win them all, man. I'm going to even get the tag team. We are the tag team champions.
Oh, God. You are...
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say next, man. But tonight, people, yes, we promise you that we're going to be doing a show on that Friday. And it's Friday. That Friday is here. Man, I should have had the Rebecca Black song queued up. But I
Oh, hell no.
Friday, gonna get down on Friday.
It's time to stop.
Fun.
Time to stop. No. Where are your parents? It's time to stop.
Worst synchronization ever.
Yeah, that was pretty bad, man. Fuck. Yeah, we're not good together. We're just, oh, Jesus. That mouth makes it so much worse.
Bro, what the hell is wrong with you today, Anthony?
Oh, no, man.
This is what happens when you skip masturbation for 2 days.
Shit, I want what you're on. I want what you're on, bro, because you want some shit.
I love it, though. Anthony, never stop being you, man. I love it. Thank you very much. It's beautiful. No, man, tonight we are doing the Be the Booker. By the way, I didn't even introduce these people to the show right away the right way, man. It's the MCA Ringside Hangouts where you hang out with us at Ringside. Where's that smile that you'd like to see after I say that? Yeah. Okay, that's me. Okay. No, but man, I'm just glad you guys are here, man. I know we're doing this shit late, but we're just, man, it's gonna be fun. We're not talking. There's no reaction. I mean, Anthony will give us his review of NXT, but for the most part, we're just talking wrestling. There is no trendiness going on. We just fucking being wrestling fans, dude. That's just the way it is. Trey, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing all right. The only wrestling thing I did today is I also watched NXT. I watched it today, actually.
Oh, nice. See,
Yeah.
did yourself a favor. There we go, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hovig, how about you, brother?
Tired, man. Just got home from work not too long ago.
Oh, shit, man. Yeah, no, we finally got to find out what Hovig does for a living, and we're all jealous. Very jealous, indeed. But yeah, Anthony, and how about you, sweetheart? I've talked to you a little bit today.
I'm doing fine.
I'm never going to talk to you again now.
Oh my God. I'm telling you, my boy's on some shit, man.
He's on that Bo Dallas like positivity shit, man. Yeah. Like he's on some... No, man.
Bo Dallas wishes he was on what Anthony's on.
Oh man, no man.
But, man.
Tonight we are doing the Be the Booker thing too. That's the main thing. That's the main reason why we're here tonight, people. And I actually did something different this time around. People, I actually have the double toasted chat going on. So people in the chat, Max is already there. My son, my little Ragnarok. I'm glad that you're there, buddy.
Oh my God, Nick! I just fucking figured that shit out. Are you pretty much calling him your little mistake?
Ooh!
Oh! Damn!
That's fucked up!
Jesus Christ!
Damn! We need the noise.
Dare you?
I killed him!
Wait, Nick, we need the noise for that shit.
He killed him! My God! Hovick has broken him in half!
That shit hurt too when you like.
Yo, man, because he's saying Ragnarok, and I remember that time when that shit fucked up. I'm like, wait a minute, is he calling him his fucking mistake?
That's awful, but I just love how he tried to do the air horn with a broken ass lawnmower belt.
Oh my god. Yo, I'm starting to think we're all on some shit now.
I just love it. And then like his nail got caught in this shit too. He's just like, oh fuck, that shit hurts, bro.
That shit hurt. Jesus Christ! But can we finally just talk about NXT?
Okay, let's do that shit, brother.
Shit.
Let's talk about NXT because NXT was fucking awesome, man. Except for the end, but I'll let you do that. Who wants to go first, brother? Trey or Anthony? Which one of y'all want to start this shit?
Go ahead,
Trey,
Anthony.
Yay! No, Trey, you just help me out because some of this stuff I actually can't remember too much. But I think the first thing that kicked it off was actually the Dusty Rhodes tag team match, the tag team tournament, the semifinals, and it was DIY versus the Pain.
Authors of Pain.
Yeah, the authorities
D'Lo
of
Browns.
The
Yeah,
D'Lo
D'Lo Browns. Hey Nick, because of you, I could not stop seeing him as D'Lo Brown.
I know.
Oh,
You messing with the real deal. You messing with the real deal.
The real deal.
The real deal. No, but I actually can't remember who won that match because I don't think it was DIY, was it?
No,
It wasn't. It was not because the revival when it had interrupted them before
Okay.
they could pick up the victory, and then that's how the Authors of Pain won.
God, the fucking D'Lo Browns, though, man. Does anybody use the Sky High or the Lowdown? Because
No.
that's all I need next, man. Yeah, but
man,
how'd
it's
you?
actually pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, how'd you feel about the Authors of Pain? Because, man, I feel like there's a lot of potential there. Like, this is like the new Ascension or something.
No, they're actually pretty big guys. Like when I first seen them, I was just like, yeah, can they put the arms down? But when I got past that, I was just like, oh yeah, they're actually pretty good wrestlers. This always brings me back to like wrestlers that's big, but they can move. Like I said, Bam Bam Bigelow is the perfect example of that. And they actually can move. They're big guys, but they can move. But I'm just really tired of just DIY getting shitted on a regular basis because I'm just like, I really like that tag team. And I actually really thought they was actually about to split with the whole CWC thing. They was actually about to start a rivalry or something. Like he got all salty. He was just like, oh, he beat me. What the fuck? But they still have yet to do that. They probably will eventually, which I'm going to hate that. But I really just hope that they get just a little bit more push and stuff like that. Because it seemed like but I think they're actually getting a rematch with the Revival, right?
Yeah, NXT TakeOver Toronto.
All right, so yeah, I guess they get me push. I hope
That was
they
a
win.
lazy ass
Holy
fucking
shit.
transition. Did you
Yeah,
see
actually,
that shit?
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, it was some weird things in the matches, just like. But Trey, do you think DUI should actually win the match at Takeover?
Did you say
I
DUI?
want them to.
DUI.
DIY. Yeah, I actually do want them to win the match. And I feel like if they do win the match this time coming to Toronto, I feel like NXT Toronto is going to be the pay-per-view where like most people it's their time to come to the main roster. And I feel like this is going to be the Revival's time to finally go to the main roster finally. So
Where would he go? Where would y'all put him?
I put him on SmackDown, obviously. Put him with a good tag team division.
True. Yeah. I probably SmackDown. You think just WWE is just gonna put him on Raw regardless? You just
Sadly, yeah.
It sucks. But yeah, that was actually pretty cool and stuff like that. So yeah, the Revival interrupted the match, and yeah, let's see what happens with their whole thing actually there. But Trey, you actually take the second one because what was after this, if I remember correctly?
I believe after that was TM61 versus Sanity.
Can I ask you something as far as these guys go? Because that's a weird name to have, and this is what I feel it means. I think it's a Pokemon reference to Will-O-Wisp, that fucking move in one of the new Pokemon games.
Really?
Is that what that is? TM61?
TM61. That sounds like a power up.
That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. Like I think it's one
Yeah,
like,
like-
you know, you buy the moves.
Yeah, when you teach them a new move.
Yeah,
It probably
technical
is.
move or whatever the fuck it's called.
I
Yeah.
would not be surprised if that was a power up or like some kind of Pokemon reference, but I actually believe they won. They're actually a good tag team because this is actually the first time I've seen them before.
But see, I hate that they beat the Insanity or whatever. Yeah, Insanity. I thought that was or not Insanity, Sanity. That's their name. Which, by the way, it's like if you're gonna pick something so generic as far as Sanity goes, just put the in there and call yourself Insanity. Like, it's just a weird name. Like, hey, man, Sanity, they're cool, right? It's like, it doesn't roll off the tongue. It doesn't roll off the brain well. I'm just not really accustomed to thinking that Sanity is a fucking bad thing.
They're making a Crash Bandicoot reference.
Oh, shut up.
No, but that's the thing is like the what is their name again? 26 T6
TM61
TM61. They was actually impressing me more than the other tag team. Like the other guys just seem like regular brutes that you just see every day.
With Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, the rival.
DIY.
Yeah.
Or DIY. Okay,
Yeah,
by the way,
DIY.
here's the thing, too. All those three teams, the Arrival, DIY, and TM61, they're just the most generic fucking teams I've ever seen. Like, sometimes I feel like I'm watching Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson in the club and shit.
No, that's the thing. It's like I love seeing the DIY at work because they got such this great like working with each other. Their tag team. That's why I hope they actually don't break them up. Where they're probably gonna do that eventually. But they got so much chemistry with each other that it just makes it really really cool. Like better than the Revival is sometimes. Like to me, in my opinion. So.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. I feel like the match was good, by the way, too. I like the Authors of Pain match better. Granted, at the same time, that thing we just showed was a little shitty. Was a little lazy. And they do the same thing. I mean, obviously, like every team has to do that fucking jump through the ropes thing. I mean, granted, that was kind of cool what they did there, but like, I'm so sick of that middle rope vaulting body press that people do.
Oh, the suicide dive? The suicide dive?
Yeah, is that what's called? The suicide dive?
Yeah.
Well, when they do it outside the ring. Like,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's just suicide dive. No, but it's funny that you say crossbar, and I know we kind of actually going through this a little quickly, but the next thing that actually happened on the card was actually, and the funny thing about it is, it's just like they're just telling you that she's fighting jobbers at this point, but it was just like. Ember Moon in action. They didn't even tell you who she was fighting.
Yeah, her name was like Rachel Adams or something.
Yeah, Rachel Adams. I'm just like, damn. And that's funny thing because Rachel Adams is actually getting some pretty good offense because Ember Moon was actually fucking up because she kept doing those crossbodies and missing. I'm just like, well, stop doing that. But the funny thing about it is her special. As she continues to go in the industry, it's gonna be harder and harder to pull that shit off because this time, like that one time, that first match that I seen her on, when you guys seen it, Nick, the one that you showed me the gif of, you was just like, holy shit, that looked crazy. When she did it this time, it almost seemed like she slightly botched. Like she really, the one that's selling her finisher move really needs to know what's happening. Exactly. Like they're really gonna have to sell it. It's really gonna be based on them, their placement. They really gonna have to communicate for some shit like that. But her move, I'm just like. You might have to change that just because how difficult it is to communicate with that shit.
I felt like it was clean this time around compared to when she did the Peyton Royce at NXT Takeover Brooklyn 2. I thought the finishing move was pretty cleanly done.
Well,
this time around.
Max in the chat saying over here the Ember Moon equals all we got. He's saying that's basically all we have, and I feel like the future-wise, like as far as a really big, presence on the wrestling show, I think that Ember Moon is probably all we got in that sense. But I mean, we gotta give some time to build up because they just took everybody that meant something and put them on fucking WWE. Like Sasha Banks is gone, Bayley's gone, fucking Alexa Bliss is gone, Dana Brooke's gone. Like that's 4 girls that they were spending months building, and they just gave all that build to Asuka, and she's gonna be gone soon too. I mean, unless Mickie James comes in and then leaves straight to WWE, but I don't think that's gonna happen either. So fuck it, man. Like I think Ember Moon's good, and I think they're keeping her away from who's that girl with the purple underwear? One chick. She fought her at NXT Takeover, whatever the fuck.
Oh, Peyton Royce.
Yeah, her. I think they're keeping her away from her. Keeping Ember Moon away from her because she's definitely gonna build up. She's getting promo time and all that stuff. She's gonna move right back up to fighting her, I think. Another thing too, and we'll get into this later, talking about TNA, but I feel like they're getting ready to get some knockouts and put them on NXT. Like, dude, imagine cool. Angelina Love or something, or Velvet Sky. I would fucking love that shit.
Velvet Sky.
Oh, yeah. What was it? What was their stable? The Beautiful People?
Yeah, the Beautiful People.
Nah, imagine that shit in fucking WWE.
Yeah.
It would be cool. But, wait, Nick, did you watch some of these matches?
No, I watched this whole show. I watched NXT.
Oh, yeah. What do you think about? Because we haven't been asking your opinion. What do you think about?
Yeah, fuck you guys, man. No, I feel like, and by the way, Asuka versus Mickie James, yes, that is cash money. That's going to be one of the bigger main events that we're going to see in a long time. But no, as far as the matches goes, I think everything was cool except for the Samoa Joe and Shinsuke Nakamura thing. That shit was fucking awful. I know you guys love your Nakamura. I know you love your Samoa Joe, but that shit was horrible beyond fucking horrible.
What happened?
I totally agree with you. Pretty much, let me just set it up for you. They were doing the whole contract signing for the NXT Toronto.
All right.
And pretty much, Nakamura goes into the ring. Regal goes into the ring. He gets his security and everything like that. Samoa Joe looks out there. He's just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to do my business right here on the ramp. And you're going to have to bring the contract to me, William Regal, which he did and actually made him sign it. And he was just acting like a dick. And I want to just say this. Samoa Joe's heel work I actually really, really like. But I agree. It felt really awkward just because he was the only one to carry that whole fucking promo along. Because I take it that Nakamura can't speak English.
Yeah.
I assume. Yeah, so just like that really sucks. It kind of hinders it because they can't battle back and forth. But I really like Samoa Joe's heel work and shit like that. And then pretty much Nakamura, and Trey even admitted this too when we was talking about it. But he was just like that. They botched the fuck out that one move when they was just like fighting all the security guards. And just how they made.
I was actually laughing.
Yeah. And then how they made just Nakamura just unrealistically powerful against like these guys that's bigger than him. It was just really awkward. It was just really fucking weird.
Do you guys realize that most of the guys that came over from NXT are all heel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
AJ Styles is heel, Samoa Joe is heel, Bobby Roode is heel, Eric Young is heel.
yeah.
I'm like, yo, that's some shit. and they're all like one of the best people out there right now.
But do you feel I don't know why I was about to call you Samoa Joe. I'm sorry, man. No, no. Trying to hope because like I'll choke your fucking ass out like Samoa Joe, motherfucker.
Well, no, I mean I haven't really watched NXT in a while, so I don't know what's going on. So I haven't.
No, but I was gonna bring up
what the hell is going on?
Someone's got some chips, man. Like fucking some bootios, brother.
No, but go ahead, man.
No, I feel like Hovig, do you feel that there's a slight chance there's going to be a bunch of people like since they're all heels, they're all in the same alignment, do you feel like there's going to be some kind of stable, not necessarily saying TNA invasion, but like, one of those like
just like a group, like a kind of like Nexus was back in the day?
Yeah, just like an underplayed, like, hey, they're from TNA, but we won't say it, but like they were used to be in another company, they're going to fuck with
I don't think so. There might be, but I doubt it. Because I don't think WWE is going to do all that,
Yeah. And that's the thing, too. Like, I feel like that would be a good idea, but at the same time, it's like, man, AJ Styles is so powerful by himself right now.
Yeah.
Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows might have a nice, bright-ass future, especially going against the whole tag team division and New Day. You know what I mean? Samoa Joe, once he comes up, dude, I feel like he's going to be another, like, a Brock Lesnar rivalry. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, dude, like Trey, what do you think about all these TNA guys that are slowly coming onto the roster? Like, do you feel like they all have a bright future, or is this just something to get us IWC people excited, but it ain't going nowhere?
Well, so far, Eric Young, I can't really speak for him yet. I'm excited to see what Sanity does, but so far with Samoa Joe and AJ Styles and Bobby Roode, it seems like they're doing really good for themselves here in the main roster. I mean, hell, we're in 2016 where we can say AJ Styles is a WWE champion. Samoa Joe was an NXT champion this year. It's pretty crazy. And Bobby Roode, well, he's mostly popular because of his theme song right now, but just the fact of the momentum he has in NXT, though, as in general, like, he's doing really well for himself. So hopefully Eric Young will be able to pick up that momentum, and hopefully we'll get more TNA guys, because Samoa Joe was the first to make the crossover to NXT, and he's doing pretty good. So
the fuck is Nakamura wearing?
He's wearing Nakamura-isms.
Nakamura-isms.
Okay.
No, but like that's another thing to bring up too. As I was playing this clip, and I can't show too much more because I just don't want to get in trouble from YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. And by the way, sorry to the viewers lately. We've been putting up a lot of content, and then you guys watch it, and the shit's taking off or whatever. We're gonna try our best to prevent that from happening with this show. But with that said, can't show video clips. William Regal, this motherfucker, man. So, I love Regal. I mean, dude, me and Anthony always make jokes about Regal. We're big fans of Regal.
Take it off the bloody air!
Yeah, take it off the bloody air, fucking motherfucker, yes!
I was actually there at that show when that fucking happened.
Really?
At that Raw? Yeah, that was in Jersey. I was there. So, I remember I remember my cousin called me. He's like, "Yo, what the fuck happened? It went off the air." I was like, "What do you mean it went off the air? The show's still going on." Little did I know is that there was the backstage segment when Regal was like, "Do you really think these people deserve to see the end of this match?" I was like, "Oh shit! I didn't even know that happened until after I got home."
That's awesome.
It was epic.
That's a weird, like, Anthony, we talk about this shit every day. Hovig was fucking there. It's just crazy.
I was there, and ironically, that was the same day of the midnight release for Grand Theft Auto 4.
God damn.
Damn.
Yep.
What is? There's a lot of backstory here. And Rufus, how you doing, brother?
Fuck, man.
Wow.
Wait, hello? Are you there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear
Okay,
me?
sweet. Maybe I just couldn't hear because I'm fucking deaf. But yeah, man, did you watch NXT, brother?
I did get to see some, not all of it. I had a very interesting day at work today, so
Oh,
get to what I do usually is like I stream all of the stuff that I didn't watch yet, like while I'm at work because I'm there so long. So that didn't happen today for a lot of reasons. I'm not happy about it.
Oh man, yeah.
What
Well,
did
that
you see,
sucks,
though?
man. It's been a rough week for everybody lately, man.
I saw the Sanity situation. I saw the Shinsuke and Joe bit because Steven Larson had talked about it on the dirt sheet. So I was like, all right, let me check this out real quick.
Man, props to you for liking Steven Larson. I fucking love those guys. And Top 10 for the Win is one of my favorite countdown shows ever.
Oh yeah, I love this guy, Steven Larson.
By the way, too, I love how Samoa Joe's face right here. Like, every week there has to be someone making a weird fucking face on Raw, SmackDown, or NXT.
Yeah, Braun Strowman.
Yeah, that Braun Strowman face. This shit's amazing, man. I love that stuff. But yeah, man. What did you feel about the segment with Nakamura and Joe, Ruthless?
All right. Honestly, I liked it because I think at some point you have to give like some method for Nakamura to get to Joe's level, so to speak, of badassery. Shinsuke is awesome, but when you look at him versus Joe, you keep going, all right, but Joe's a monster. Like, Joe's a monster. They need Shinsuke to do something monstrous. And that was his time to do something monstrous for once.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's really why I liked it, honestly. Like, otherwise, I was like, this is ridiculous.
I don't feel like Joe plays the role of the, snotty, sneaky bitch. Like, he's too badass and too awesome and has looked too powerful to pull some scumbag shit like, hey, man, I'm too scared to go to ring. You come up here and you go down. It's like, dude, this doesn't fit his character at all. This is not Joe. Like, I know he's a heel, but sometimes they go too far where, like, the chicken shit heel is a certain type of heel that's not what Joe belongs, in doing. I just don't feel like that makes sense.
But this backstory behind why he was doing that in the first place is because of the past times where Samoa Joe has to deal with security guards in the ring. That's why he set that up in the beginning. Like, hey, listen, me and security guards, we didn't get along the past few weeks, so I'm not going to go ahead. I'm not even going to let him, have my attention this time, So there's this backstory. He wasn't being, like, scared of him or acting like a chicken shit. He was just, through the experience of the security guards in the past, he didn't want to deal with them this time.
And it
Dude,
seemed like it
I
was
actually
more.
like that.
Yeah, and it seemed like it was more for Nakamura's safety because he was just like, yeah, they gonna have to put. He was like, yeah, you got a monster here, but he's gonna actually do something that's gonna piss me off, and I'm gonna have to put that monster down and actually take him out. So he was like, this is actually for his safety.
Okay, yeah, because see, for me, when it comes to contract signing, I'm going to be completely honest, and this is going to make me look bad as a podcaster and a guy that's into wrestling enthusiast. But, man, contract signings, I fucking hate. I have a prejudice against contract signings, and when that shit comes on, I don't fucking pay attention, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're never really not that good.
It's just so lazy, too. Like,
It's
dude.
always the same fucking thing.
Yeah, like, even this one. Like, the only difference is Joe and fucking Nakamura didn't fight each other, but you see Nakamura fight security guards. I've seen that before, too. Like, what can you do with the contract signing? Just go in the ring, have an altercation, do something. I mean, I know you can't be different or, whatever, but, like, dude, contract signing, who gives a fuck, man? Like, that's the most boring process of a fight in general anyways.
Yeah, I
So,
feel like if they took the sort of UFC approach of, like, doing the contract signing, properly, like doing a full weigh-in and all that stuff, and made it like a separate event that was just shown at the beginning of a show, like those would be interesting because then you can have the fallout on the actual live event. But they've always been boring. The last interesting one was the time Batista took the Raw contract instead of the SmackDown contract, and then Batista bombed Triple H. Like that, there hasn't been an interesting one in literally a decade.
Oh yeah, shit. That was for WrestleMania, right?
Yeah, he won the Royal Rumble,
Yeah.
and it was yeah, Batista, why don't you go ahead and take that SmackDown and go get that title? And he was like, yeah. He just like thumbs down and picks up the Raw contract, signs it, clearly stating that he's coming after Triple H. It was beautiful, wonderful.
Yeah, and that one was cool, and there's a few other ones too. Like, you guys remember the Stone Cold Triple H? What show was it? Ah, fuck.
Oh, I remember that.
No Way
when,
Out.
Vince came out to do the contract signing, and he made Stone Cold sign, and then made Triple H sign, and Triple H didn't sign and beat the shit out of Stone Cold, and then signed.
Yeah,
And then
Vince
he was like, he's like, "You son of a bitch! Are you trying to get in trouble?" Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, "Oh yeah, now I'm signing."
no, and there's a part in this too that I fucking love Vince's reaction, because granted, like, Triple H and Vince are like, you know, on the same side, they're both heels, but it's like Vince even goes like, you know, you got suspended for 6 months, pal. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's the part I'm talking about. And then Triple H finished signing.
Yeah, I mean, that shit was amazing. And Jim Ross is like, "That motherfucker!" Like,
And the thing is, this actually brings up a good point, because just like contract signings are boring no matter what, but they're just a means to an end. They're just served as like goes back to what Ruthless said. It's just to show Nakamura is a monster. And the funny thing about it is, like, Nick, your favorite contract signing involves one of your favorite wrestlers, Stone Cold Steve Austin. You just want, like, those contract signings are just there just to see your favorite wrestlers just lose their shit.
I guess,
That's how they are.
but man, and granted, there's no. I mean, obviously, WWE's not gonna put this on their fucking YouTube channel, so I can't show you guys a reference. But basically, and Hove, or well, you didn't. I don't know if you watched it or not, but whoever didn't watch it, there was a part, because for one, it was quiet as fuck, dude. Like, that small place of an NXT, those voices just echo. You can hear people have conversations like, "Honey, we're gonna get for dinner tonight." Like, it's that fucking quiet in that arena.
Damn.
It's insane, and people, like, you can literally hear laughter in the audience. And when Regal was walking up the stage, like, just doing that stupid acting bullshit where he's like, you know, "Oh no, Mojo's mean to me." I'm gonna pull this up right here too. But, you know, well, it sucks. People were literally yelling at him like, "Hurry the fuck up! Get the fuck up there, motherfucker!"
Even Samoa Joe's doing it. He's like, "Come on now."
Yeah,
Wrap it up, babe. Wrap it up.
On with it! Like the entire crowd just chanting it
Yeah.
all. Monty Python.
And the thing is, this is like the second time this has been happening. The crowd's starting to get more intense because the live show. What was the last pay-per-view? Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
T.J. Perkins versus Brian Kendrick. There's someone calling them fucking hippies and faggots, like, in the crowd, and it was uncensored. You can hear it. And it's happening on NXT as well too. It's like, these editors need to get their shit together, man. Like, you can hear all the cuss words. It's a PG environment, yet, you know.
It just it served its purpose, and it just really just gets me hyped for NXT, you know, Toronto. Like, I'm actually, the two matches I'm looking forward to on that pay-per-view is, of course, Mickie James and Asuka, thick versus thick, and of course, you know, Nakamura versus Samoa Joe. Nakamura versus Samoa Joe. It just served its purpose. But the funny thing, just one last point, just a quick mention, Bobby Roode's promo was fucking terrible. But besides this,
those promos there, like old school, where it's just them sitting in a chair in a dark room, like, "I'm gonna beat him because something." Like, fuck that.
Reminded me of fucking Charlotte's promo before Hell in a Cell, where she was just like, "I'm gonna be the woman of the woman, I'm the woman," and it was just like every sentence, every word you just say was just woman mixed with something else.
Best of the best, sir.
Best of the best, sir. No, but yeah, this NXT, I want to start watching it again. It's actually pretty short too. I was just like, wait, I had messaged Nick on Skype. I was just like, "That's it?" He was just like, "Yeah." I was just like, I thought there was more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm actually gonna start watching it.
Are they still an hour long or something?
Well, 45 minutes.
Yeah,
45 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. And this was actually the longest one in a while for NXT, which Nick had told me. I was just like, okay.
Yeah, they usually have more commercials, but this one had 4 segments, which is that's pretty impressive for NXT. Usually it's like 2 really big ones, like a match cut up in 2 parts, but this had like 3 different matches and this long contract signing segment. That's weird.
So I would just say, 4 out of 5 for NXT. I enjoyed it. Just I would have gave it a perfect 5 out of 5, but that whole last segment was just meh. So that's what I would give it.
You know, and that's true. I didn't even think about giving this a rating, but yeah, really, really quick. I'm just gonna say 3.5 out of 5, but a good 3.5. Like, it's not like, but it's just like I said. This was a go-home edition. There wasn't enough promos, I feel. And granted, like, shit like Robert Roode and Samoa Joe and Nakamura, these are 3 people that when you see them on screen, it should be amazing because you don't have to try that hard to make it amazing. And it's just like, I mean, they just relax. Like, I don't give a fuck. I mean, look at that guy's face. It's just carelessness. It's like NXT was a heel. But yeah, 3.5 out of 5 for me. Trey, Hovig, Ruthless, what do you guys think?
Trey.
Go ahead, Trey.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. I loved NXT this week. I really did. I loved the match of the night. Did go to DIY and the Authors of Pain. TM61 versus Sanity actually surprised me because I actually thought Sanity was going to do a squash match with TM61. So the fact that TM61 actually won, I was like, okay, cool. So that was cool. The Ember Moon match, it was a jobber match, but I actually thought the finish was clean. The way she did her finishing move, the O face, I guess that's what it's called.
Oh, that's what it's called.
she hasn't changed the name of it yet in WWE, so it's still called the O face. So yeah, that's good. And then I love the Bobby Roode, Ty Dillinger promos. I thought they actually did a very good job setting it up, even from the very beginning. Like, because man, I hated Bobby Roode when he betrayed Ty Dillinger. That pissed me off. So I'm actually excited for that match. It's actually my number one match I'm excited for in NXT TakeOver Toronto. So yeah. I actually did love the Samoa Joe versus Shinsuke Nakamura promo thing they did. Because I thought in terms of contract signings, it was different because they had to work with Shinsuke Nakamura not really talking English. But it was just different and well done. And plus, I love how Shinsuke Nakamura in the ring, he was like talking in Japanese, but then like he'll speak a little English like, come on! Come on! I love that.
Notice that too. What the hell?
That made me laugh. I loved it at the same time. What'd you say, Nick?
No, I thought it was like some of that gibberish that Mick Foley used to talk on the day, like and like Mick Foley used to do this name where he go like, like,
oh yeah, I remember that.
I used to love that shit.
Man, I hated that. Kind of annoying in WWE Attitude, the game, and PS1. I used to hate doing that.
Yeah, and the thing is, I didn't watch Mick Foley like around the time he used to do that. So when I played the game as a new fan, I was like, "Why the fuck are they making him squeal? Like, this never happens on the show. Like, what the fuck is that noise?"
I know, but yeah, NXT 4.5 out of 5. Can't wait for next week.
Okay, yeah, no, me too. Actually, we should watch that shit together. I actually wouldn't mind that. Anthony, I'll ask you later because you're not gonna. Yeah, he's not gonna want to. Trey, I know it. I already know it. But Ruthless, how about you, brother?
Well, since I didn't get to see much, I can't give it too much of a rating. But I will say from what I saw, I liked. So I go solid, like 3.5. Solid 3.5.
Okay, cool. But yeah, no, I can't wait for next week. Hovig, how about you, buddy?
I haven't seen NXT, so I can't really give a rating. That's what I was going to try to say before.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I completely just jumped on you there. But
no problem.
Yeah, so anyways, we're gonna get into the thing that we're all here for, guys. It is time. It is time for Be the Booker. Oh yeah, screaming! I should get some canned like heat.
Look
here.
at this.
Oh, I know, right? Holy crap! So, I'll go ahead and read this because I think it's gonna fuck that up. Be the Booker. Tonight, it is simple, ladies and gentlemen. You have to prevent the downfall of TNA. I did change it from before because I said before, you guys remember that shit, right, Anthony? The whole like, hey, you guys got to bring TNA back. We all know that's not fucking possible. Especially after the Billy Corgan thing. We'll get into that too, by the way. But yeah, no. So tonight, you have to prevent the downfall of TNA. It's up to you guys to tell me when they really start the downfall. Choose where in the TNA timeline that you arrive as head booker. You're on the team for 6 months. What do you do? Now, the rules are, so you need to have some rules. You're only allowed to bring in less than 5 non-TNA stars. So if you need to borrow somebody from WWE or Ring of Honor, you can bring them in, but just don't exceed the limit of 5. You cannot merge with another company. So no TNA with ROH or no TNA brand on WWE, none of that shit. And I'm sorry, people, but you must keep Dixie Carter employed. We can't make it too easy for you because technically that's all they really had to do this whole fucking time was get rid of Dixie Carter, and it would have that would have been it. So.
And I know, and the funny thing about it is, because y'all actually gonna have to inform me about what's going on with TNA and stuff like that, because I did not watch the product. I only know very, very little about like Christian Cage when he was over there, his gimmick and stuff like that. And then I started watching the whole Aces and Eights thing. But when I actually went on the wrestling groups on Facebook, you know, the Double Toasted wrestling group for people that know a little community, most of them was just saying, yeah, Dixie Carter, get the fuck rid of her, or she shouldn't even be like in that much power. So yeah, we can't even do that. But yeah, like work our way around that.
Yeah. Real quick, Nick, when you mean Dixie Carter must be employed, does that mean she just needs to have a job or she needs to be in charge?
She needs to just have a job.
Okay.
She just needs to be there. I mean, have her clean the fucking floors or something. Like, I don't know what the fuck.
Then, fuck. Now you made it easier. Okay.
Well, you know what? but the main thing I want to put in there too is like, do not fire her from the online, or not online, but the on-air personality. Like somewhere in there, Dixie Carter still storyline wise has a stake in TNA. Somewhere in there, she needs to be used at least one episode, man. At least somewhere in there. But God, I feel sorry for Ruthless. Ruthless is like, yeah, I have no idea how the fuck we're gonna do this shit. I don't know.
I got a way to do it. I got a way for it.
Really? Okay. So does anybody want to go first, by the way, before I do mine? Because I actually had some time to think about it, but it might not be the best thing. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, you go ahead, Nick. You go first, buddy.
Yeah, you go first.
I'm fucking scared now.
Damn! Threw his ass under the bus.
So here's the thing. I feel like when this whole thing started, it was started around this time. You guys tell me, just by this promo, you guys tell me when this was. What year
Oh
was
my
this?
God, wasn't this like fucking 3-4 years ago?
A little bit more.
6 years ago.
Yes. 2010. 10. You guys remember that shit, that promo?
No, you say.
The 10-year anniversary of Bound for Glory.
No, Abyss
Oh,
and the 10.
Abyss.
Because Bound for Glory was on October 10th, 2010. And
Uh,
this is when Abyss was saying that there's this group behind him making him do all the evil things that he was doing, like betraying Hollywood Hulk Hogan. This is actually after Hulk Hogan came in, January 4th, 2010, etc. But Abyss finally turned heel after being a Hulkamaniac. He even had Hulk Hogan's theme song for a while. It was some bullshit. This was a bad time for wrestling, but started getting better, man. Hulk Hogan, or it wasn't even Hulk Hogan, it was Ric Flair. Remember he did the Fortune thing with AJ Styles and Beer Money?
Yeah, I remember that. Fortune 4.
Yeah,
I loved
Fortune
him.
4. Yeah. And yes, Max in the chat, he reminded me too, the whole They thing. That's what Bez used to call them. It was a group called They. And no one knew who it was. Steen and Kevin Nash were heels. You know, it was a really, really ridiculous storyline. But eventually, you know, the match, the main event for Bound for Glory was Ken Anderson versus Jeff Hardy versus Kurt Angle, triple threat match for the TNA World Championship. You know, Jeff Hardy was a face, Kurt Angle was a face. I think Ken Anderson was a heel. Or do you remember this, guys? If he was a heel or not?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay, so I'm gonna make this somewhat short too because I don't want to talk too long because 6 months, and like I said, 6 months is a max. We could talk about 3 months worth. That's up to you guys. You know, you just let me know how you think would fix it. But Jeff Hardy turned heel at the end of the pay-per-view. Okay, spoiler alert, people. Yes, at the end of this pay-per-view for the TNA Championship, Hulk Hogan came out and did an NWO style thing where, you know, Hulk Hogan comes out and you think it's gonna help. Eric Bischoff was starting some shit. Hulk Hogan's like, "You stop that," blah blah, the whole thing. And Hulk Hogan and Jeff Hardy started Immortal, which is this group that's basically fucking two stables put together, and it was insane. And for some reason, Jeff Hardy was on drugs, and he hit Ken Anderson in the back of the head with a chair and fucked him up. He was so high on drugs that he literally gave him a really bad concussion. He was out for like 3 months. So they had no guy to have the rivalry with. Kurt Angle hurt himself too. He was gone for a while, and it was all because of Jeff Hardy and his drug habit. So first off, what I would say is, fuck that. Do not give the belt to Jeff Hardy at all. I would say that would have been bad. I don't like him as a heel anyways. I don't think he's entertaining enough. So yeah, I wouldn't have done that. But I also wouldn't have gotten rid of EV 2.0, which is basically the ECW guys got together. Steven Richards, Rob Van Dam, everybody. So, you know, I would have kept that on going. I would have kept that, you know, storyline. And I wouldn't have done Immortal. I would have had Fortune and Immortal separated and have a big faction war that would last months and months. And, dude, I would never have brought the explosion thing back. Or not the explosion thing, the X Division thing. The square, not the square circle, but the six-sided. The X Division.
The hexagon.
That's what
Hexagon, yeah. No, I would have never brought that back. I would have kept AJ Styles as a heel with Ric Flair and Fortune. And most importantly, I would have fired Hulk Hogan.
Was that around the time it was doing the Hulk? Like I said, I remember very little. But I remember we're tuning in one time, and there was an X Division match, and they had to go up on these red bars and actually get like this X,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly. And it's just like, what the fuck is going on?
That's how they usually defend the X Division title when they would do like basically a massive tournament to get people into it, and then of course they did the Triple X Cup like that too. So you'd have like 6-man teams doing it.
Yeah, it was the Ultimate X match, basically.
Oh, yeah, that's what it's called.
So, like I said, first act of business, and I'm going to go and switch to somebody else to do their first month. But my first month, I would have definitely, at TNA Bound for Glory, I would have had, actually, fuck it, I would have gave the belt to Jeff Hardy, but I would have had him lose the belt the next day to Ken Anderson. I wouldn't have had him hit somebody else with the chair. I would have just said, fuck it, Jeff Hardy, you won, you're an asshole, but we need to have some kind of good thing, some send the crowd home happy kind of thing. Have Kurt Angle win the belt, and have him and Ken Anderson feud with it. Give Jeff Hardy some time out of the show because he was on drugs, etc. And that'd be my first month leading up to Final Resolution, or I think it was Turning Point actually. I don't know what's after Bound for Glory, but definitely I would have started off with that. So now that I put that out there, who wants to go with their first month?
I can. I'm down.
Who wrote this?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and take it away, sir.
All right. So you said fix TNA. You said by going back to a particular point, any point where I believe the downfall of TNA began.
Exactly. And where do you think that is?
There is one place specifically that I think is the downfall of TNA, and that day is September 21st, 2006.
2006? Wow, back then?
Sounds like an unimportant day, doesn't it?
Yeah, what happened in
That
2006?
day is the day Dixie Carter re-signed Vince Russo to be the head of the TNA creative team.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
That would later lead to Jim Cornette's firing. That would lead to Dutch Mantrell's firing. That would lead to a number of people leaving the company because they didn't jive with Vince Russo. I think Bruce Pritchard even left and came back at Dixie Carter's behest. So I go back to 2006 for a lot of reasons. First, the Naturals and America's Most Wanted are going to get reformed. I'm reforming those tag teams. They're going to be the main thrust behind the TNA tag division. We've got a lot of tag teams at that point still. AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels are still teaming up with each other. I want to keep AJ face at this moment and keep them in the mix, but they're not meant to win. I really want them more focused on the X Division and the world title scene. They just tag together whenever we need them to tag. I'm going to keep Cornette in that on-screen managerial role, and Dixie Carter can still own the place, but it looks as if, on screen at least, kayfabe-wise, Jim Cornette has taken over all of TNA. He's quote-unquote, bought TNA.
As a face or a heel, by the way?
Well, Jim Cornette's never really truly a face or a heel unless he really wants to be. And in that TNA version, he was kind of more managing director, almost Vince McMahon-like with his evil, so he was kind of over the top. That's when they do the Orlando Screwjob earlier that year in June.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep him. I'm going to keep him in that same fashion. But I want, I'm instead of hiring Vince Russo, we're going to let Jim Cornette. We're going to let Dutch keep his job as well. And I'm going to get one, since I can bring in anybody, I'm going to bring in one non-wrestler and one actual wrestler. Because I've already got Christian Cage and Sting and Scott Steiner and Samoa Joe and Gail Kim, which is important here later. I'm going to bring in Paul Heyman.
Oh, yes. There we
Bring
go.
Paul Heyman for reasons. I want Paul Heyman to be Paul Heyman, but I also want Paul Heyman on the writing staff. Because him with Jim Cornette and with Dutch Mantrell and the rest of the actual writing staff there, you still got Jarrett at the time. That's going to make a wonderful setup. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Abyss at the pay-per-view at Slammiversary. Oh, so not Slammiversary, because that's not the one that comes up right then. Destination X is the very next major pay-per-view that I really care about. So at Destination X, we're going to have AJ Styles face off against his tag team partner, Christopher Daniels. That's not the September one. I can't remember the September pay-per-view. Whatever. We're gonna have them.
Yeah, I think it's Victory Road.
They're gonna break up as a tag team at that pay-per-view, fighting over the X Division Championship, and we are going to put Jeff Jarrett into his retirement match against a returning Monty Brown. And that's my month one.
Oh shit. See, yeah, and by the way, Monty Brown was actually a pretty fucking interesting character. He was the alpha male, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay, I love that character.
Ring with the Serengeti, and I am keeping the 6-sided ring because I actually think it makes for some very interesting spots.
And it does give it a different. Yeah, and it gives it a different look. Like once you go to a TNA or watch a TNA show on TV, okay, this isn't that WWE shit. This is a fucking new. This is new age. This is new. This is something different. So, I mean, I understand why you would do that.
And Monty's got the coolest finisher for that ring. The pounce lets him come from any direction while sending you somewhere else in the ring. So it looks amazing when he hits you mid-ring, even though all it is just a shoulder tap.
Yeah, and you can do multiple people too, damn near. So yeah, I love that fucking move. Hovig, Trey, what do you guys want to go next for your first month?
Man, you guys have done everything.
Yeah,
Anything I was gonna say. God
bro,
dang.
like, I was about to bring Paul Heyman to my shit and then have him go feuding with fucking Dixie Carter at one point. I'm like, bruh.
Well, you can use it because, like I said, you can put Paul Heyman into anything. Actually, I was about to use him too.
Yeah, I would say this. Like I said, like just a different perspective since I didn't watch TNA. I don't know who I would bring in and take out for the first month, just because like I came in like really really young. But two things I would have not done, and it's add two people to this particular team. Taz and Bubba Ray would not been on Aces and Eights for a fact. Like that's just two things that just wouldn't have happened.
Especially Bully Ray being such a great character. Like, he was an ultra tweener where people were cheering the fuck out of him, and he was still a tweener. So it's like, yeah, it's not like they're not supposed to cheer him. It's like, this is a Stone Cold-ish, badass type of character where it was just fucking awesome. But go on, I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I actually liked it when he was just solo and stuff like that. And actually, you probably could have got something cool out of it. You know, him going against the whole Aces and Eights thing, probably getting like a stable or something going. But yeah, that's all I could really think of. And yeah, I agree with somebody. And even people said this on the Facebook group. Hogan would have not came into TNA. I don't think that was I don't think that was a good move at all. Cause yeah, nah. Somebody even said this too. Somebody has said when Hogan came in there, he decided to WCW up.
Yeah.
The whole thing, and I'm just like, what do you like? Y'all know what he means by that? I'm just like, what do you
he got rid of the ring. They went to very much a like late '90s WCW. You know, the big belts only by all these major names that are basically all past their prime. Like, you know, you brought in a lot of wrestlers who, you know, had left the WWE, but really weren't necessarily going to be the big star you wanted, or they just lost their ability to go. It became theatrics as opposed to actually any decent wrestling. And TNA used to have really good wrestling.
Damn, like I said, who was like? Because I assume that they was also treating the roster kind of like WCW too, like 90s WCW. Who was the Goldberg then around that era? If y'all had to say.
I would say, God, that's a good question. I would say probably Matt Morgan after he left Fortune. Mm-hmm. I mean, or at least like when I was watching it. But in Aces and Eights time, though, I don't know who was a big character. I mean, was Bobby Lashley back then, or?
No, I think he came back like a little bit later. And Abyss, he wasn't Abyss. He was the fucking he had glasses on and shit like that. Because I didn't even know that was Abyss until you told me. And I was just like, wait, that's Abyss? I'm just like,
what's his name? Gregory Chocolate, or
something like that. And he was like coming back, I want to be the wrestler. I want to prove this. I want to do this. And they're just like, why is my dad wrestling?
Why is my dad wrestling?
It was really fucking weird. But yeah, like, that's all I really got. Because like I said, I really need to go back and watch some TNA and stuff like that. I just didn't know when to join. Like, let me ask you guys that. When would be actually like the perfect time, or anybody that's actually watching this right now, if they wanted to start watching TNA right now, what would be the perfect year to actually just start joining and watching?
Ooh, damn.
I'd say 2005-ish. 2005-ish.
Back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. Not right now. Like,
and if you could find it, like, even though it wouldn't be the perfect era to start, but if you could find it, finding the old Fox Sports episodes for TNA.
You mean like NWA TNA?
Yeah, because they had like time limits on the matches. Larry Zbyszko would judge the end of the match like a boxing judge. It was crazy. You just have to watch it for the insanity because they almost made it work.
Isn't that what because the TNA YouTube channel uploads the Asylum years? Isn't that what the Asylum years are?
That might be what the Asylum years are.
Yeah. For me personally, I feel the best time to go into it would be 2010 because you get the celebrity-ish feel. I mean, they have like a lot of stupid WWE shit type of stuff in there, but it's like, have you ever wanted to see Kenny Kennedy used properly? TNA 2010. Have you ever wanted to see Matt Morgan not have a stuttering gimmick? Like TNA 2010. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of cool stuff that they have around there. Not to mention, you get a little bit of like what NXT has now. You get your Bobby Roode, you get your Beer Money, you got your fucking AJ Styles. So it's like you get a lot of like the last 15 years combined into one fucking thing. Like that's why I really liked 2010. You even had the ECW guys there, and they're not just being gory and disgusting for the sake of it. I mean, they actually had some nice continuity rivalries. Like Raven versus Tommy Dreamer for the 50th fucking time. You know, it was a pretty cool thing. And I'm gonna go ahead and get into my second month really quick too. You know, because after Battle for Glory was Turning Point. And Jeff Hardy, I think, went against Ken Anderson again or whatever. And then Matt Morgan turned on Fortune and that whole thing. So, like I said, the way I would do it is, granted, I would have Jeff Hardy out. I'll have Kurt Anderson and fucking Kurt Angle have a feud, which would be cool as shit. I would love that. But then also, too, I think Matt Morgan would have been a great leader for Fortune. Like, what if we just stepped up and said, hey, man, Jeff Hardy's not here right now. You know, he chickened out. He's being mysterious. I want to take over this team. I'm a badass. I want to do this. So you kind of have, like, the one face that's in a group of ultra heels. That's a nice little dynamic because with NWO and all that stuff, everybody was a heel. Everybody was a bad guy. Same with DX. Or if DX was face, everybody's a face. There's never a bad guy in the group. Have you ever seen a stable that had one, you know, non-heel in a face group or vice versa? Because I've never seen that.
No, that would have been that would be a very cool last dynamic. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that at all.
Like, the only time I think I've seen that, maybe once, was when Billy Kidman was in the Alliance in 2001.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like, Stone Cold was like a heel, and everybody was a heel, but then RVD was kind of a face. And it was like, that's the only time I've seen that happen, but granted, you know, that shit was a mess anyway, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So the crew from DBZ with somebody being Vegeta.
Wait, what'd you say?
So it's basically just being the crew from DBZ with somebody playing Vegeta.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I don't know Dragon Ball Z, but
that's a perfect analogy right there. Wow.
But yeah, for Turning Point and Resolution, like my second and third month, I would have it where it's just matches. It's just the heels are fucking up the good guys, and then the main event scene is when the face that's representing the heels, Matt Morgan, is trying to win the title for his team. But the heels are on his ass, like, you better win this shit for us, man. You better win this belt. And Matt Morgan is having a lot of shit on his back. And the thing is, Matt Morgan was a big, tall, badass motherfucker, and no one took him seriously. I don't know if it was his voice. I don't know if he's too much of a pretty boy or something, or he's a bad politician. I don't know what it is, but Matt Morgan never got a big push. So that's my thing. Is someone digging dirt on Minecraft?
Oh, my fucking wife is making food or some shit.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
I thought she had like an iron shovel and she's just like digging to the dirt.
I don't even know what the hell she's doing on. Like, what?
I gotta get to the diamond ore. That was stupid. I'm sorry. Yeah, but yeah, and then I don't know if you guys remember around this time too, but TNA made this new belt called the Global Championship, the Global TNA belt, and it was just another mid-card belt. What I would have done is I would have had Ric Flair make that belt and say, no, like, the Fortune, we need good guys in our team. We need badass motherfuckers. So what I'm going to do is this belt's going to be just for Immortal. It's going to be the Global belt. We're better than TV. We're better than World Championship. My team is better than every guy on this roster. So Immortal, Fortune, you guys, you all be heels, battle for this belt. So granted, you had the storyline of them being bad guys, but then they had to compete within each other to see who's like the standout from the faction. So I would have had that shit going on because, I mean, if everybody on the goddamn roster is a heel, you need some kind of, you know, storyline with them and some kind of match, you know, thing. And I don't want it to be like LWO and NWO Wolfpack and Red and Blue. Like, I don't want some shit like that. I want like just a typical, like, you know, wrestling match thing. So that's what I would have done. Global Championship to them. I would have Kurt Angle continue keeping the belt. And I'd still keep Hulk Hogan, but we'll deal with that later on. But yeah, those are my second and third months. Just that whole storyline, just a slow build to that point. Shrey, Hovig, do you guys want to give me your first, second months? Or
Man, okay.
Hovig, you're muted.
Yeah. I'm trying to fucking think of a scenario, man. That's just getting harder and harder because, like Anthony, like, you know, even though I used to watch TNA, man, I wasn't like biblical with it. So like half these wrestlers you're naming here, I'm like, who? I'm like, fuck.
I'll go because first of all, I'm pretty much this is an overknown fact. 2010 for me was the downfall for TNA. I would never have brought Hulk Hogan or Eric Bischoff anywhere near TNA because they fucked that up. And I would never move Impact to Mondays. I would let them stay their own little thing to build themselves till they could stand up to WWE. So, knock them out already. Okay, so... hey, Max.
Hey, Max, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right. Just having a good time listening to this hangout.
Oh shit, nice, man. By the way, too, you can jump in on this too if you want, man. Just let me know if you got any ideas.
Well, if
I'll let
Trey
Trey
has
go.
anything else to add, then
I'll let Trey finish, but you go ahead and cook something up, and then you're next, buddy. I'm looking out for your ass. All right, go ahead, Trey.
Okay, so we got that pretty much done, right? So, Fortune, I don't know if they would really have really existed with me. I would probably not let that happen and let them keep the team that was in that team right now do their own singles run, meaning that Desmond Wolfe, Bobby Roode, Styles, and Jay Storm and Bobby Roode would still be Beer Money dominating the tag team division. AJ Styles would be either in an S division match or doing something along those lines of trying to get the title again. And Desmond Wolfe, man, I don't know what I really do with Desmond Wolfe because I was never really too much of a fan of him back then. So hopefully I'll probably get him reaching up in the mid card.
Yeah. And I mean, he was a good wrestler too. I mean, I don't really mind Desmond Wolfe, but it's just like that dude was so comfortable just being Desmond Wolfe. Like he didn't really add nothing that no one else had. So that's the thing. I understand where you're coming from with that. Yeah,
the Knockouts division was pretty much on fire at the time too, in my opinion. Like that was probably like the only thing I liked in TNA. Though I think it was around this time. I would never had Angelina Love turn on Velvet Sky for freaking Winter. That was awkward and very horribly done. I would have kept them either together.
Let the pigeons loose.
or I would have them feuding together. I would have, if they were going to do a Velvet Sky Angelina Love feud, I would have done a betrayal kind of feud at that time and not have a Angelina Love under some spell. That was so dead.
This really happened, Anthony, by the way. Like he ain't fucking lying.
No, come on now. I'm a wrestling fan at WWE. We had fucking Shawn Michaels partner up with God. Yeah, come on now.
Go ahead, Trey.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I would have that feud going that way. Other than that, I can't really think of anything else. You guys are doing all the good stuff right now, so I'm trying to hang in there. But
hey, what was Velvet Sky again? Is that the one with the skirt that you just showed?
Yeah, the one with the She
okay, is it just me or is she Ashley 2.0?
You're right, but like
she
what
was
girl from the 2000s is not that.
she was pre Ashley though.
Okay, pre Ashley. Okay, so Ashley was actually probably jocking over her. So.
But see, Winter was gorgeous as heck, man. And I know you hate that storyline and everything, but I do like that her character was at least some kind of gimmick and wasn't like I'm sexy, look at me. Like there was a character to her, and like you don't see that a lot with divas. Even now, like the diva division's awesome right now, but you don't see that happen. They don't got no weird ass characters. She was like the Undertaker of the time. So
yeah, and I was actually happy for her too because she just got released for WWE, and I was like, yeah, they're doing something with her at least. But then as the storyline went on, I was just like, what?
She looks like slutty Dixie Carter.
Right. So yeah, I would never have made that be a thing. So
yeah, Anthony, would you?
Yeah. I was thinking about it though, because I was just like, from that angle, she looked like a dude. And I was not sure. I was just like, maybe I don't know.
Like Paul Burchill, you're looking fine.
And one more thing, even though this was like later on in TNA and it wasn't in 2012, with Austin Aries doing the option B or option C where he gave the S Division title, I would have let that be a one-time thing because I hated that because it took credibility away from the S Division title. And I thought the S Division title was awesome. I love the whole S division back then. So for them to keep using the S division as a way of getting the main TNA World Heavyweight Championship, and to me, it made the S division pretty much irrelevant. It was like, why have it if you guys just keep having option B? So I would just get rid of that automatically.
What the fuck? Was that MVP?
That was MVP.
Man, basically.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah, I know some shit stupid. I'm sorry.
Yeah, wasn't this around the time when it was the fucking Authority in WWE?
Yeah, and they're copying the same. Dude, they copied the Eric Young shit, dude.
The same fucking shit. It was like MVP was fucking Triple H in TNA, and Eric Young was fucking Daniel Bryan in TNA.
And this was around the time that Vince Russo was writing, right?
No, this was just 3 years ago.
Oh, this was just 3 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Because why are they always copying them, man? That's another thing that they need to start doing. Just TNA, why copy WWE? Do your own damn thing.
I mean, WWE took some shit from TNA. Just remember the whole final deletion and the New Day versus the fucking whoever the fuck it was, the Wyatt family.
No, I remember Daniel Bryan sleeping with the fucking yoga instructor he had or some shit, which is the same gimmick that AJ Styles and Dixie Carter had.
Or that was John Cena and AJ Lee, right?
Well,
that too, yeah.
Our Cruiserweight Classic is just the old school X Division Cup tournament.
Yeah, you have a point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's just so much crazy shit going on around this time for TNA and WWE. Why steal each other's shit anyways? Especially when it's not even good shit. I'm sorry, but why would I steal the broken bullshit? It's just, come on, man. But Max, go ahead, brother. Tell me what you would do.
See, that's very tricky because to have a single thread of what I would do, because there's several different points. Like when they put in the Knockouts tag team titles, I would get rid of those. I would never bring them in to begin with. They were so stupid.
Yeah.
Even Eric Young held them at one point, the Knockouts tag team championship. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I would do what Trey did and then not bring in Hulk Hogan or Eric Bischoff. That was such a waste of money, and it changed nothing. They tried to compete with Raw. They got their ass kicked badly. They brought in the Nasty Boys, which was stupid.
Oh god, dude, yeah.
I forgot about that. Oh my god, yeah, fuck them too.
They brought in they called them the Band, and they brought in Scott Hall and Sean.
I don't know about you guys, but I was so freaked out by Orlando Jordan, whatever the fuck he was doing in TNA.
Yeah, that weird sex gimmick shit.
That was creepy.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
What did he do?
They had the sex gimmick. Orlando Jordan would come out to the fucking ring, dude, all dressed up or Max, you explain it, man.
He had this, I don't know if it was lotion or whatever, but he was squirted all over himself like it's supposed to be cum or something. And
what the fuck is wrong with him?
Because he's bisexual. Because he's bisexual in real life, so he would have a guy valet and a female valet. So they play that bisexual up where he would do sexual things for the guy and then sexual things for the female. It was like, ugh.
Yeah. Oh, stop it.
Oh,
moving on from that. There were some stuff that they added that I loved, like the British Invasion. That group was so amazing. Magnus, Doug Williams, and Rob Terry. They were a good group, except for Rob Terry. He was like the generic big guy, but whatever.
Yeah. It's amazing, dude. And Christian Mall was like, first I think you better main event matches. That's another thing too, man. Their main event matches was some fucking mid-card shit. The tag team was better. Beer Money versus Motor City Machine Guns was the best part in the show. You know what I mean?
And I would put a lot more emphasis on the X Division compared to now, because now the X Division is kind of like an afterthought. But back then, the X Division was the main thing that gave TNA its identity. It's kind of like what WCW did with their cruiserweights, but that was their advantage. And TNA had that with X Division. With guys like Sanjay Dutt, Elix Skipper, Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Jay Lethal, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin. I can go on and on with the X Division guys. They put on great matches.
It's kind of funny how that works, how the divisions with the younger talent, like you said, the cruiserweights with WCW, X Division with TNA, and then you look at CWC with WWE. It's like those, if they allow it, those can hold up the company because it's all about the new talent, all about making the new talent big names, getting them to the heights like John Cena, like your Triple H's, like the Shawn Michaels.
I remember in TNA they were like 2 times they tried to turn Sting heel and 2 times it failed horribly. But they tried to turn Sting into a bad guy and it just didn't work. Because you can't make Sting a bad guy. He's always gonna be a good guy for his career. He's never gonna be a heel.
Yeah, that's the thing too.
Main event when they made the main event Mafia and he tried to be like this heel. Oh, I made a main event Mafia and I'm a bad guy. Like no one's gonna buy that. Even though main event Mafia was a pretty good group.
Yeah,
I agree. Loved him.
That's why I went back earlier than all of you guys, because all the stuff that you're talking about that went bad would never have happened if you went with my setup. Doesn't happen.
That's the thing. Yeah, like you're absolutely right, man. It's fucking ridiculous.
I mean,
I would have
even
steal
with
something from the WWE. In
even
2000,
with
they get ready right before they do that video game. I would have TNA do an entire show online only, like, and give it a network title instead of a television title, and literally like put all of your generally mid-card guys and do the Knockouts division a few months early and put them all on there so that they're getting plenty of time to keep themselves in development. And you just have X division on the main TV show. You just have, your world title on the main TV show, and really just give people some space to do other things, because that's what TNA's problem was. They tried to grow too fast even back then.
oh yeah.
It turned into craziness when you bring in Hogan and Bischoff, because at that point, you guys are doing great production value, but no one's buying enough tickets, and you don't have a big enough venue. You're still shooting at Universal. It's like, let's get you out of the situation.
That's the thing too. I'm glad that you brought that up, because another thing that I would change, and we're actually gonna wrap this up soon too, because I know we're going on pretty long. But like the one thing I wanted to bring up is the fans were always complaining about how TNA was at the Asylum this whole time in Orlando, Florida. And was that Hovig? Was that in Orlando when they were doing that?
Yeah, the
Impact
Zone. Yeah, it's Universal.
Oh, Universal. Okay.
Yeah.
So the thing is, it's free there. I mean, like, I think they don't have to pay a whole lot of money, because they're not like selling this shit to people. You just walk in. But people are always like, yo, we need to take this shit on the road, just like WWE, be like WWE, be like WWE. So they did it, but it costs money to travel and fucking do other arenas.
Yep.
So all that money went to doing that shit when you had a perfectly good place on TNA Impact. God, Chris Jamal, yuck, bad on you. No.
And
fucking nasty.
when it comes to WWE, is like the one thing that I would cut from like the writing team is just like all the references, all like these like cruel references to WWE. Like they would just throw in like these harsh jabs at WWE. Like they really thought they had some type of chance. Hey, remember WWE? They suck. Watch us. I'm like, go fuck yourselves. Why?
Yeah, even the theme song was like that. The cross the line, the whole fucking thing.
When WWE references TNA, they can, because they're the bigger wrestling company. They're the eagle, while TNA is the worm. Why would a worm be a threat to an eagle?
Yeah, because the biggest example of that match that I remember, and with two of them doing this and vice versa, is that when Bret Hart was doing the whole thing with Shawn Michaels apologizing, at that same time, freaking Kurt Angle and them was making fun of the Montreal Screwjob. And then in WWE, even though this was on Twitter, Dolph Ziggler was doing this storyline where he was getting fired or whatever, and on Twitter he was like, okay, that's fine, I'll make and he put this in caps, I'll make my impact somewhere else then.
What about John Cena?
A couple years ago?
Remember when John Cena was on Raw and he told Vince McMahon, I'll go on someone else's wrestling show and make a living there, brother.
Oh yeah.
I remember that. Yeah, this is on the CM Punk time, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit was so cool, man.
It was cool, but I was like, yeah, you know what I would do? Like, that's like telling McDonald's, like, hey, man, McDonald's, you know what? I can go serve some drive-through food through Burger King. It's like, yeah, fuck you.
Have it your way, motherfucker.
The difference though is that McDonald's and Burger King are on equal levels. WWE are not.
Yeah. By the way, I love the chat, man. Chris, Jamal, you're fucking awesome, dude.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You remember the downfall of TNA? I think it started there.
Yeah, Scott Steiner, man. That's why the fuck did they hire him? So I know we didn't finish our entire Beat the Booker thing, but I think we kind of got the point across. And I guess I'm going to have to break my own rules because I didn't really think about how hard this is going to be, people. I'm sorry. But yeah, scratch the rule of must keep Dixie Carter employed. Let's just be honest.
Fuck that
man.
bitch.
Yeah, let's just be honest.
Fire her. Fire her.
Yeah, you're fired.
Delete.
Especially how she's doing Billy Corgan with the whole lawsuit and everything. I know we didn't even touch on that, but yeah, like Trey said, she's a fucking monster heel. She's the best heel in TNA right now.
Yeah, yeah, she is.
You know, I think she's the best heel in any wrestling company right now.
That's true.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, this is a TNA like financial department right here, just fucking.
Food stamps.
Damn, fucking warrior.
Super Saiyan.
Oh god, I love that shit, man. Fucking Ultimate Warrior, dude. God, man, but that's the thing, people. I mean, I guess we could probably go off the air soon, but like one thing I want to bring up though, because we're talking about TNA, but like. Guys, we can go back in the history of TNA and talk about like what we would have done differently, but like, do you guys think that it's gonna come back from this horrible fucking?
No.
That shit is fucking got syphilis, STD, HIV, cancer, fucking every disease known to fucking man. That shit is dead.
But that's the thing, dude. Like they have fucking like Fight Network wants to pay for their shit and everything and help them out. Like, do you guys think that that's gonna do anything or?
No, I don't think so.
It seems like Dixie Carter wants to destroy that fucking company and just walk away richer than ever. She's just like, this is done, and I want to kill it. I want to destroy it and make sure it's dead.
None of the TNA originals are there. Like, there's no people that were there in the past that's there now. It's like they're all gone.
Yeah, no Bobby Roode. He's gone. He was one of the originals, right?
Yeah.
No Chris Harris, no James Storm,
no AJ Styles. They're big as
Styles.
No Kazarian, no Chris
Joe.
McDaniels, no.
The idea that AJ Styles is the current WWE World Champion and he wants nothing to do with TNA is frankly amazing because the first match I ever saw of AJ Styles was a TNA match.
Yeah, me too.
You know what's funny is like AJ Styles having the WWE Championship belt. It's like Alundra Blaze like dumping the WCW women's title in the fucking trash. Or WWE women's title, wherever the fuck it was. So many goddamn W's. It's fucking ridiculous.
I know what she was talking about.
It's even better than that moment because I remember that moment. I was a kid when that happened. I remember that moment. This is even better.
See, I did too, but I always felt like that was just a storyline and like, yeah, WWE and WCW are together. Like, like I know it's fucking weird. Yeah. But like I said, people, I mean, this is gonna be it for tonight. But I mean, guys, I fucking love TNA still. I mean, I don't love it now, but like, dude, that's a big part of why I got back in wrestling, man. Like, when I'm talking about like 2010, when I feel like the downfall started, I'm telling you, like there was fucking a chance there, man. And I just hope at some point with the Fight Network and with everything, we gotta bring that shit back. And I mean, if we can spread the word, us as fans, like there's shit they do right still. Drew Galloway, for instance, Bobby Lashley. Granted, he just lost to Eddie fucking Edwards for the TNA title. That shit was bad. That happened 2 weeks, by the way. So if you guys have been watching the TNA product, yeah.
I just thought of something. Should we put a change.org petition to get rid of Dixie Carter?
No. No, Ruthless. Don't laugh at that.
Dixie Carter, revert your power position to Billy Corgan, please.
Give it to someone who actually cares.
Well,
it's going to be like 5 signatures.
No, man, but what were you saying, Ruthless?
No, I was just saying I love that idea. I think we should totally do that because Carter is bad for business. But no, I really feel like honestly at this point you kind of have to let TNA die with her because really and truthfully the moment they were on a downward spiral, the moment it was no longer being truly backed by Panda Energy and they had the money to actually do the things they wanted. They had a lot of great ideas, but I still go back to this idea that like I still can't buy tickets on their website. I still have to call in.
Man.
They don't do the little stuff that's important.
No, yeah,
and it's never going to get fixed. I would love for them to die and let their assets be sold off in pieces because, yeah, maybe Corgan gets it and he makes his Impact Wrestling. Maybe, maybe some of the older TNA talent that, have left, the Cornettes and other folks, decide to get together and do something very TNA-like and really give it the time it needs. But I think the time is kind of done for what they were originally trying to do, which was be an alternative to the WWE. And I think it's time for somebody with a different mindset to do so. Maybe that's maybe that's PPW, but I don't know.
If there's ever an appropriate time, this is the time.
Yeah. Go ahead. Tell me where the tickets are.
Well, no, Ruthless. Were you on that one day when I actually called Universal to find out about Bound for Glory?
No, you told me about it on a different show.
Yeah. So basically, the thing is, you just have to call them, and they'll tell you exactly the next day that the show is, and you just show up, and then they'll give you like a schedule of all their filming.
Yeah,
and then,
I'm aware. Yeah. When I was in Orlando for law school, I went to some TNA tapings, but it's like you can't buy tickets on the website. Go for it. Like,
yeah,
I'd love to see you pull this off. I would love to see it. It's never gonna happen.
I don't even know. It's just order by phone. Like it's even telling like, yeah, we don't offer that shit. At the
this party looks fucking weird.
Just to end off the whole TNA thing, just like for my brother, pour out all your Coke 45 bottles of just some CS script or some JavaScript code for web design. Just pour it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please don't. That's a waste of good malt liquor right there.
No.
Because like Nick has said, TNA was there, during that time where I was sick of WWE with all that guest host stuff. And even during 2010, there was some bright lights in there, like with the Jay Lethal, Ric Flair thing. And like I said, the Knockouts division was still good around that time. So it was just like 2006 through 2011, I think, was still pretty good. It's just that TNA just started just to fall off more and more, it seems like. So it's a shame that all the things happened, but it provided what it needed, but it's not needed now. So TNA can shamefully.
They had Xavier Woods and Jay Lethal in the same promotion. Tag team.
Yeah. Consequences Creed, right?
Yeah.
So,
One thing I will say though is I'm looking on the page right here, and I'm just really expecting that when I go to clearance on deals, TNA, the promotion itself, is going to be on here. Like, but it's not. Thank God, it is not. Man, I love you, TNA. God damn it! Why does that happen? Oh man, but people, that's gonna be it, man. I had a fucking fun time, dude. But Anthony, there's obviously always some announcements we gotta make at the very end of the show. But first off, hold on a second.
What happened? Oh my.
Brooke.
Yeah, I feel like she's trying to scratch herself, but she can't do it live on air, so she's just jumping up. What the?
Look at it. Somebody's hungry for dessert.
Yeah, I guess so.
Folks, tomorrow you're watching this midnight. Midnight Chat Attack, 7:30 CST tomorrow. We're actually gonna be talking about some cool stuff. It's actually probably mostly just vent about the whole Donald Trump thing. Just get that off our chest. We're just gonna chill. You know what? We're just gonna chill out, relax, and just hang out with our friends. It's gonna be all right. So hopefully everybody tunes in. Hopefully everybody starts seeing this Google call. Hopefully y'all can participate as well. And we're also doing, not this week because it already has passed. This week is fucking over. But next week, we're going to be doing our anime nights where we're actually going to be watching animes based off of foods because, it's actually that close to Thanksgiving time. Everybody's going to be getting fat and stuff. So just want to prepare for the holiday season with that. And I think we also just did a backroom podcast on our SoundCloud today. So also check out our SoundCloud. And I believe that is it. This is actually the sound of TNA dying.
That's the engine trying to roll up.
Oh my God. It's squirting out right now. It's dead.
But the one thing I will say is, the Donald Trump thing, the TNA thing, all this bad stuff happening. People just pay attention to the ass. That's all you gotta do. Oh man, it's it for us guys. Man, Anthony, what are those last words that we say, man?
We say. Oh wait, no. We actually say. On three. 1, 2, 3.
Rest in peace, TNA.
It's complicated.
I mean,
Rest in peace, America.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Disqualified. Woo! Braun Strowman face.